Well, there is a new water safety campaign this morning, a warning with urgent calls for the government to dive in and do something. New data has revealed a shocking decline in children participating in swimming lessons.
Yeah, the study found 89% of 12-year-olds who are below the national swimming standard are not taking regular lessons, and 56% of all kids aren't enrolled at all. So what needs to change to keep our children safe in the water? For more, we're joined by Craig Roberts from New South Wales Royal Lifesaving Society and Clotilde Doxaris, experienced swim teacher from C&M Aquatics in Western Sydney. Great to have you with us, Craig. First to you, these statistics, very concerning, aren't they? Why is it so important for children to start young?
Yeah, it is a very alarming statistics, and some that we've seen for quite a while now, Shervo, of a trend that is increasing, especially coming out of the back of COVID during that period where there is a generation of children who unfortunately missed out on some of those essential swimming and water safety lessons.
So
there's a number of... Sorry,
yeah.
Nat?
Sorry, did they miss out because they didn't start as little kids and then they haven't kept up?
There's a couple of reasons there. A, they didn't start, but also we didn't see children come back into the pool who had been in swimming and water safety lessons prior to the COVID period, or obviously some people were in transition during that period as well. So there's a number of factors, as well as the cost of living pressures that many families face today as well.
Yeah, that was my next question. Craig, you and I have done some work together before, and we've seen the alarming statistics right across the board. We know that some schools fund it. We know some councils will fund it. Does there need to be a national funding system?
Yeah, it is a whole of community effort. We do see pockets of money that are being funded at the moment through state governments and local governments, especially for those vulnerable communities and migrant communities that are least likely to participate in our swimming and water safety lessons. But there is an urgent need, not just in swimming and water safety lessons, but also the infrastructure in our regional and remote communities is fading away literally in many of these communities, and there's a support structure needed to help future generations as well.
Yeah, Clotilde, as a swim teacher, why do you think we're seeing a decline in participation over the last few years? I mean, 30% of schools don't teach swimming at all.
Yes, I actually agree with Craig. It is a downside where you see a lot of families are struggling financially to pick their children to take them to swimming lessons. We've had parents that choosing one over the other to take them to lessons, or taking them out because financially the cost of living is just too extreme. And even finding in the schools that they do come to our swim centre, it's not a compulsory thing for students to learn to swim. Wow. So if the parents can afford it, they will put them and enrol them as a sport, but there's so many within, let's say, from K to 6 that won't swim, so you may have 50 out of a whole school that will come to lessons.
Clotilde, is there any way for families that are feeling financially pressured and just can't do this, they can't access it, what should they do?
It is really hard because, I mean, as a swim school, we want to do the best to be able to allow everybody to swim. I think obviously it was a very good incentive when Active Kids and First Lap vouchers were brought into New South Wales, because that gave them a bit of a helping hand to get them to do swimming lessons. But I do feel like they need to reach out. I think we do need to get the government more involved. I know on our hand, we've actually reached out to our local councils and see if they could help us in any possible way to help striving families to get to swimming lessons.
Yeah, this is a really important discussion. We're going to keep on it, and we're going to talk to the government, because if 31% of schools have no swimming lessons at all and families can't afford it, we're living on an island surrounded by water.
Maybe it's a volunteer thing where we need more people to come and teach or to learn how to teach and then offer their services for free. Clotilde, thank you so much, and Craig, appreciate your time. Yeah.